play of the game.
Bring the pain, ay.
Not over yet. That's the kind of play they were looking for. Does he get in? Touchdown! Keep fighting! Welcome to the nation's capital for the 4th edition of the CFC Prospects Game. It is the best and brightest in Canadian football, the future of Canadian college football and the CFL on display here in Ottawa. And welcome to TD Place Stadium here in the nation's capital. Farhan Lalji along with Dwayne Ford. And Dwayne, we were always mesmerized by the talent on display in this game. And this year it's gotten even a little bit younger, but you wouldn't know that based on what we've seen in practice. And that includes a 15-year-old quarterback. I'm excited to watch from Football North.
Yeah, absolutely. Jacob Muller, you mentioned the Football North program. This is a high school program that is now starting to consistently produce top prospects in the Canadian Football League draft. You look at the history of their quarterbacks, you've got guys like Quincy Vaughn, who ended up at North Dakota, Callum Wither, who ended up at Ohio University. Jacob Muller moves from the junior varsity up to the senior varsity program this year. He'll be a name to watch in the future. Great communicator, great leader. We look to see how he performs here today.
Meanwhile, we talk about the fact this is a coast-to-coast game. We had to go to Nova Scotia to find a corner with tremendous length who's going to be an impact guy.
Yeah, he's the anti-Davis Sanchez, right? The tall corner. 6'3", Jackson Sparks from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Auburn Drive High School. This is a young man who, in a class of tall DBs, this is a guy who I think stands above to recruiters, a name that you're definitely going to see at the next level.
Now it's high school, so we don't like to talk about gambling, but if there was a point spread on this, we'd probably give Team Sanchez the edge, but Team Stegall has one of two Division I players that have already been offered in this game on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that's defensive end Braylon McCullough, 6'3", 6'4", out of Carson Graham, West Coast guy. I know you're very familiar with him. This is a guy who can absolutely change the ball game. You talk to the youth sports coaches who are out here scouting, doing some recruiting this week, and this was certainly a guy who was high on their list, even though they recognize there's a pretty good chance he's going to be south of the border. But one of those players who, when you walk out here and say, show me the guy who's going to play professional football or is going to stand out at the collegiate level just by body type, just by frame, Braylon McCullough is the guy who jumps off the page at you.
You know, and there's always one running back in this game that stands out, even though he might play for Team Stegall, so he's not going to get a lot of touches because, you know, Milt's going to want to throw the ball all the time. I think Sevion Sennett could have a big day.
Yeah, and Sennett is the biggest of the running backs in this ball game today. A little bit over 200 pounds. Multi-talented guy, as you need to be as a running back in the world of Canadian football. So we expect to see him show off all of those talents. We know Milt's going to give him a few carries. Saw him yesterday running routes a little bit in practice, catching the football, and obviously using that size, you got to be able to block, and I anticipate that he'll do that very effectively as well.
Well, every one of these games has shown us tremendous talent. We expect this one to be no different. It is the CFC Prospects Game. The future of Canadian football on display. Kickoff is next. A beautiful afternoon at TD Place Stadium here in Ottawa for the 4th edition of the CFC Prospects Game. 75 of the best players have made their way here from all parts of the country to put their talents on display in front of college coaches and a national audience. And here he is, the undefeated 2-0 Davis Sanchez. You don't think he's been talking to Milt Stegall on their podcast, at lunch, everywhere, about the fact that he is undefeated 2-0, and we will hear from both coaches throughout the course of the game. Milt Stegall, fresh off a one-day appearance at the Winnipeg Blue Bombers training camp. I'm surprised he didn't try to run one-on-ones against some of these players, Dwayne.
Well, Milt says he's still got it, and he wants it known. The message is, don't be on the wrong side of history. Pick Team Stegall in this ballgame.
As always, with an all-star type game like this, the rules are a little different.
Yeah, and you're going to see defensively no more than 5-man pass rush. Obviously, limited time to prepare the offenses in particular to play, so you don't want to overload them in terms of coverage. You're going to see cover 1 or cover 3, so basically man or 3 deep zone. In terms of the offense, limitations in terms of the motion that you're going to see in order to not confuse the defense, based on that same premise. Limited prep time. Teams only have a certain amount of time to get ready. You don't want to overload them with things.
As far as the kickoffs are concerned, a bit of a different look. We saw this at this game last year. We're going to see it in the NFL. The CFL is taking a look at potentially going to something like this down the road.
Yeah, and you're going to see basically the coverage team and the return team lining up close together, limiting basically the momentum before collisions.
Here's what it looks like. Again, the players lined up 5 yards apart so they can't build up that speed.
Coverage team can go when the returner touches the ball.
Here we go, and that's Miku Nadunaga from Dakota High School in Manitoba. Fumbles the ball, but Team Black manages to recover. Team Sanchez will take over at their own 28-yard line.
We'll get things underway here quickly. Jacob Muller, we talked about him in the opening. He's going to get the first snaps at quarterback, a grade 10 student from Toronto, Ontario. Part of the Football North program based at Clarkson Secondary School in Mississauga.
And he's likely to reclass, so he may have 3 additional years of high school football.
Go!
Gets his guys in motion. And a quick handoff and a big tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, and this is one of the names that we mentioned off the top. Braylon McCullough from his defensive end position reads this one, crashes down off the edge. There's no threat in front of McCullough on this one. So he's crashing down, tracking that play from the backside. Putting the offense in the hole.
Shigehiro, no chance to get going on that play. Muller now, you don't like this situation when it's 2nd and 12. Obvious passing situation for the young quarterback. Muller drops back, quick pass into the flat. That one is caught by Liam Peachinen from Harry Ainley High School in Edmonton for a short game, not a gain, not enough for a first down. Team Sanchez will punt.
And no surprise to see a guy from Harry Ainley catching the ball early in this one. We've had a number of terrific receivers out of that program participate in this game over the years. Brock Ralph, of course, former Canadian Football League receiver, primarily with Edmonton, the head coach of that program.
Ira Hozak, the punter for Team Sanchez, playing in the game for his 2nd consecutive year, the only player in the game to do it more than once. Deep to receive is Jackson Sterling for Team Sanchez, along with Maxwell. Let's see who gets it here. Maxwell is the returner, finds some space on the left side, manages to break a tackle. Big run on the play before being brought down inside the 25-yard line.
A big return here as they're going to break contain. Nice job blocking it up, and credit to the special teamers on this one. So much of this is just effort, as once again, limited amount of prep time on special teams. That's Adrian Fraser Maxwell. He comes from Dalbayville High School. He's from Lachine, Quebec. Again, another program that has been well represented in this game in recent years.
Justin Royer, the quarterback for Team Sanchez. He pulls it. Royer's got it. Looks like he's got some space after a brilliant fake, and he gets to the 10-yard line. 12-yard gain. Nice job by the 6'4" quarterback.
Team Stegall has come to play here. You're going to see the action in the backfield here. Watch the fake to the back coming across. They think that's going off tackle. Defensive end completely confused by it as Royer pulls the football, and he shows off his elusiveness in the open field, picking up a first down.
Zian Isagohi was the man who bit on the fake, trying to make a big play in the backfield like McCullough did on defense earlier, but the result, a nice gain and 1st and goal for Team Sanchez. This time the handoff to Cameron Bordeaux. 3-yard gain on 1st down.
And you saw Cameron Bordeaux listed amongst the backs and receivers in this football game. Big offensive lines on both sides. Keep an eye on number 61, Owen Richardson. Already has an offer on the table from the University of Maine, another Football North product. Backs and receivers. We mentioned Sabian Sennett earlier in this one. Carter Harrod, big target out of Alberta.
Bordeaux
to watch as well.
Bordeaux in the backfield with Royer again. This time the fake. Royer looks to pass. He is pressured and he is sacked. Big loss on the play. And that's Dylan Finch with the sack. 3 different players in the backfield there. A loss of 9 on the play, and that's going to set up a field goal opportunity for Team Stegall.
Yeah, and you're going to see pressure coming from various places. I think initially coming from the right side of that offensive line. Finch from the bottom of your screen, number 42, the linebacker, in to help clean up.
25-yard field goal attempt for Ty Gorniak from Greenhall, Saskatchewan.
And credit to the team Sanchez defense on that one as they learned from Royer early.
Snap was fumbled, but did get put down. The kick is up and through. And Team Stegall with the early lead as he looks for his first victory. The defense is dominating early. Team Sanchez comes up with the sack to limit the damage to 3.
The first quarter is brought to you by Area 51 Sports, the sports industry's best kept secret.
Team Stegall draws first blood, 3-0 early in the first quarter. The young Football North quarterback, Jacob Muller, with Keen Shigehiro to his right. Let's see if they can pick up their first down. Early movement by Team Stegall, but they managed to get back in time. This time Muller drops back. The quick pass is complete. Nikan Oduniga with a good reception on first down. Should be good enough for the first down out to the 45-yard line.
A nice quick hitter here. Try and get your young quarterback into a little bit of a rhythm. Oduniga from Dakota High School in Winnipeg. We'll also see his regular quarterback in this ball game playing for the other team, Rogan Brigada.
This time the give to Shigehiro. Good job defensively by Team Stegall. Limits the gain to just 2 yards.
Yeah, we'll take a look now at some of the members of the Team Sanchez offense. Great big offensive line name to keep an eye on there. Elliot Demand, the Ottawa guy. Outstanding frame as an offensive tackle. Amongst those receivers and backs, watch for number 86, Nigel Augustin. Very smooth receiver.
2nd and 8 for Muller. Nearing midfield.
Go! Black 10! Black 10's hot!
Muller with the quick drop. Looking deep down the right side. This one just overshot. Skylar Wansbro, the intended receiver. Ball falls at the 20-yard line. And that'll bring up a punting situation for Team Sanchez. Getting aggressive early.
Yeah, well, that's one that'll keep the defense honest a little bit, right? Recognizing that Jacob Muller can put the ball out there. He's showing off his arm a little bit. They've got to respect the deep ball. In that case, Skylar Wansbro, the intended receiver, got in behind coverage. That one just a little bit beyond his fingertips.
Ira Hozak on to punt again. Adrian Fraser-Maxwell had a nice return the last time out. We'll see if he can replicate that. This time the snap is low. Hozak's got to take off. Has some space, manages to get a very good kick away. Could be the best case right here. We'll see if they let it go into the end zone. No, perfect English at the 1-yard line. And a good play on coverage is going to pin Team Stegall at the 2-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, probably a no yards call. Let's take a look at this again. Hozak shows the experience. A second-year player in this game picks it up. Could have taken off instead. Gets a very good kick in good field position for his team. No yards was the call on the last play, and as a result, Team Stegall gets the ball at their own 20-yard line. These are a look at the game officials, including Chris Venter, who was here last year. 5 of these guys actually took part in this game a year ago. An all-star crew, much like the all-star group of players in the field here.
Absolutely, and nice to have guys who are experienced with some of the rules that are unique to this particular game as well.
Quick throw here by Royer, gets it out to the right side.
This will give us a chance to take a look at the defense for Team Sanchez. Keep an eye at Dylan Finch, as we mentioned. Aggressive linebacker number 42 was in on a sack that we saw a little bit earlier in this ball game. We talked about Jackson Sparks off the top in the secondary for Team Sanchez, 6'3" corner from Nova Scotia.
Liam Saumure with the reception on the last play for a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Royer. He's going to take off and run with it. Breaks the first tackle, takes one head on, but manages to fall forward. Good gain of 8 yards in the play and a first down.
Well, what you're seeing with Royer using his legs a little bit early in this football game, you'll get a good close-up view of the line of scrimmage here. He just sees a gap and decides to take it. Not even progressing all the way through his reads in terms of the pass, but there's an opportunity, there's a lane. He's got faith in his legs. We saw it on the first offensive play of this ball game. This should open up some space for the Team Stegall running backs as this game goes on.
This time he handles the low snap, gets the ball off to his running back. That's Cameron Bordeaux again with a solid run on the play. 4, maybe 5 yards. Royer was 20 yards already on 2 carries, and we saw him break the tackle of Dylan Finch on the last play. Finch had the sack against him earlier in the game. You know, and he says that the guy that he admires is Justin Herbert because he's got similar size, and he just says he's calm under pressure and can run when needed, and I can do the same.
Yeah, and obviously an asset for a quarterback, particularly in the Canadian game, using the big field, forcing them to defend all 65 yards in all situations.
2nd and 5 again. This time he's got a double clutch on the quick pass, and he is brought down. Landon Dingy with the sack. The 2nd sack of the game for Team Sanchez, and Team Stegall will have to punt.
And Landon Dingy coming from that defensive end position. Let's take a look at the pass rush moves here. Just a rip to the inside, a little bit of miscommunication, I think, offensively, as both the tackle and the running back jump to the linebacker. Dingy ripping to the inside. The product of Harrison Trimble High School in New Brunswick. Comes up with a sack for Team Chez.
Andrew Lawson from Surrey, British Columbia, is punting for Team Stegall, and deep to receive Andrew Gammon and Cohen Hubbard. Penalty flag on the play. Player.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Looks like Braylon McCullers sheepishly jogging onto the field late, so they had to take the penalty there.
Yeah, he's not alone. They're trotting a couple more players out there. Just getting things straight as to who's on special teams right now. Just a little personnel issue. Small rosters and no doubt juggling some guys around.
Just 2 practice days to get ready for this game. This time the punt gets to Hubbard at his own 50-yard line. Gets what he can on the return, fumbles it out of bounds, but they'll keep possession. A flag on the play. Here's a look at the 2nd sack of the game for Team Sanchez.
Yeah, we're doing okay. So far, so good. We're up, and that's all that matters. We got to shore up a couple of things on the offensive line, but once we get that together, you'll start seeing some Milt Stegall big plays, and we're really going to pull away. Because I'm not going to lose today, guaranteed. We're going to get a big stop right here. We're going to get this together. We're going to flip this field, and we're going to start scoring some points. Team Sanchez is going down.
You better do something with 90 because Landon Dingy from New Brunswick, we're coast to coast here. He's got 2 sacks already in the first quarter, so watch my guy number 90 from New Brunswick. Balling.
2 sacks, but you're still down, Chad. Still down. Here we go. Get him, baby, get him, get him. There we go. That's it, baby, hit him. Hit him.
You know these guys are going to go back and forth all afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Do we have security at the 55?
Well, take a look here. Louis Fortier into the game at quarterback. Now for Team Sanchez. Forced to scramble. He's brought down heavily there.
2 sacks by Team Sanchez. I wonder if Davis ever blitzed off the edge and managed a quarterback sack in his career.
Too many big bodies in there for Ches. Business decision.
Ready, go.
Fortier with a gain of a yard brings him 2nd and 9 from the Stegall 50. The quick pass out to Meekin Aduniga. He's got to dive for that catch. He makes it, but only a 2-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7, but they're in plus territory. Do they get greedy here? Looks like they're going for it. Team Sanchez with the first aggressive move.
I mean, listen, you watch Ches on the panel, you know, he's a bit of a gambler.
No, he's changed his mind. He got cold feet. Milt, I saw Milt was on the sideline staring him down. And Davis backed off and said, we're going to punt. We're going to play field position.
Come on.
Outside. Good job blocking it up on the outside. If that's a good throw, we probably...
Coaches with some mid-season intensity.
Hozak had to juggle the last snap, not this time. Gets it to turn over and takes it inside the 5-yard line. Saumure with the fumble, picks it up. No gain on the play, gets back to his own 5-yard line. Team Stegall has the early lead. We'll see if they can add to it with a long field. Welcome back to TD Place Stadium here in the nation's capital. The 4th time we're hosting this game. All 4 have been here, and right now we'd like to get down to the field and welcome the founder and CEO of CFC, the man who brought this game to us, Lee Barrett. Lee, thanks for joining us, and I want to ask you about improvements. Every year there's always a tweak, an adjustment, something you try to do to improve. What can we expect going forward?
Yeah, we feel that we really build the product up. This is we had a 3-year plan originally. We feel we're back to year 2.5 right now after the disruption. We've really built the property up. I mean, between the broadcast and our social channels, we're getting millions and millions of eyeballs on this event. So it's time to go to market to get us some sponsors and then just continue to build you know, our capacity to execute a great event.
CFC has a membership section on their website. Talk to us about why someone should become a member.
Yeah, it's imperative for a high school prospect who's looking to get to the next level. You can do a profile for free, but if you want to get more information, analysis, etc., and we're about to release our 2025 and 2026 updated rankings in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, the players in this game, outstanding as always. How do you get future prospects? How do you assure them they're going to get a chance to take part in this event?
Yeah, we do our best to find them, but we plead with people to come to one of our events. We'll have some across the country in July and August. You know, be there. We need to see you because you never know. In 6 months, you might grow 6 inches. So February, we have some other events, and then March and April, we'll be doing our Fox 40, and again, we'll be back here in May.
Lee, thanks so much for doing this as always, and we're looking forward to the rest of this afternoon here.
Thanks, guys.
Huge believer in CanadaFootballChat.com. It's not just for the kids trying to get recruited, but a great scouting tool, quite frankly, one that you and I refer to quite often, even in preparation for the CFL draft year after year.
New quarterback into the game for Team Stegall. It is Rogan Vergata from Dakota High School in Manitoba, the first-time provincial championship winner. Our good friend Mitch Harrison is the head coach there, and he's got 2 players in this game, and they finally got over the hump last year. And Rogan was actually everything but a quarterback in that game. He was the backup for Dakota last year, played receiver, played safety, ran back kicks, did it all. Now he's going to get his chance this year. An undersized quarterback, but a very strong arm. He can do a lot of things.
Yeah, this is a guy who, you look at him out of his pads, clearly a young man who's spent some time in the gym, a terrific athlete.
Yeah.
And that speaks to the versatility that he's demonstrated when not playing quarterback with his Dakota High School team.
It says his favorite quarterback is Doug Flutie, and I think Doug was retired before Rogan was born, but he went back, watched the film, and knows what he should be looking for. This time the fake, he's going to keep the ball inside, bounces outside, Jackson Sparks runs him out of bounds after a gain of 1.
Well, we're seeing from Team Stegall, obviously, these called quarterback runs, opportunities for them once again. Keep that defense honest, attack the edges a little bit, maybe create some gaps on the inside, make life a little bit easier for their offensive line and running backs.
Yeah, started this drive at their own 5-yard line. So slowly, methodically getting their place into some breathing room here.
And of course, we talk a lot about coaches Sanchez and Stegall, but great group of primarily youth sports coaches who come out doing a lot of the heavy lifting during the week, as well as a number of high school coaches as well.
Regatta drops back to pass, scrambles to his right, has some room. Not enough for the first down, but still a strong gain outside the 25-yard line, but it looks like Team Stegall will have to punt from here.
Yeah, here you'll see once again Regatta demonstrating that athleticism, catching the defenders. Even though there's a twist, defender coming to the outside got caught looping in there at the end as well. Quarterback recognizes that and takes off for the perimeter.
Andrew Lawson on to punt again, who's being groomed by Paul McCallum out in the Surrey area.
Not a bad mentor to have, needless to say. Hall of Famer Paul McCallum, longtime BC Lion.
Meekin Odunaga back to receive along with Troy Dodden. Got flags in the play here and a short kick. Let's wait and see what the call is. Usually this means too many men. With the short kick.
Too many players on the offense. Set penalties decline. First down.
Great field position for Team Sanchez after the short kick.
Nice job. We got the field. We got the field.
With Team Stegall still holding that 3-point lead. So we take a look back at a little bit of CanadaFootballChat.com prospect game history. The original game, of course, between Team Henry Burris and Team Matt Dunnigan. Team Burris coming up with the win.
Our good friend Hank coaching now at Florida Atlantic University. This time it's Andrew Gauman. Let's take a look at Milt's defense.
And certainly a number of guys over there to keep an eye on. One guy that has caught the eyes of coaches this week, Weston Gower at defensive line. We'll see him from the interior out of Medway High School, just outside of London, Ontario. Intrigued on the back end by Peyton Briere. It's a young man who plays for the Prince George Kodiaks already in the CJFL. So playing against much older players already.
Second and 4 this time. The pass deep down the right side. Unable to come up with it is Skylar Wansbro.
Yeah, a couple of receivers in that territory. You're going to see once again Braylon McCullough coming off the edge. He gets a hand up in the face of the quarterback, Louis Fortier, but Fortier stands in, delivers that one downfield. Wansboro gets hands on it, but in an awkward position to be able to haul it in. Pretty good coverage there.
We thought they might go for it last time. It does look like Team Sanchez is going to pass on the 37-yard field goal and try to get something more out of this drive right here. Fortier on 3rd and 4.
Ready to go.
Fortier this time with the end around. Nice call here. Should get the first down. It's going to be close.
I think he's going to be just short.
Liam Peachinen, and a good job defensively to rally to that ball.
Yeah! Hey! Don't go for it on my
Yeah, pretty good execution in the backfield. Here, fake to the running back, little toss to Peachinen coming around.
That's it. Way to tighten up, baby.
But the defender, Jarrell Sahe, out there on the corner, stays at home, recognizes what's coming, steps up in front of that first down marker to make a huge defensive stop.
Don't go for it on 3rd down anymore. You're not going to get it. You're not getting it. punt the ball. Come on, oh!
Like Madden, you don't worry about it. It's my one shot to shine.
Sevion Sennett in the backfield. The snap is fumbled, but Sennett gets the handoff, gets a gain of about 3 before being brought down. And that's the end of the first quarter. Team Stegall scores on the first drive. They take the lead and a big stop on 3rd down. They'll have the ball when we come back. It is the CFC Prospects game from Ottawa. Second quarter coming up. Team Stegall with the lead as he tries to get his first win in this series, but a defensive struggle. Do you think that's got to favor Sanchez?
That's what Sanchez would have you believe. But yeah. Milt, Stegall, good-looking defense in this ballgame. They've come up with some big plays so far. Obviously, you know, pass rush getting after a little bit, and most recently, a big stop on the 3rd down gamble by Team Ches.
Yeah, and of course Milt said, don't go for it on 3rd down on my defense. And you know, a young player with a pretty good story that makes the big play to keep them not even a yard away.
Yeah, well, it was the irony, as we said, it was Jarrell Sahe not getting sucked in and staying at home, making the play on this one at the corner as they run that slot sweep. Coming around, Sahe's a guy who does anything but stay at home in real life. A kid from Kelowna, BC, who moved all the way across the country to Ontario to attend Clarkson Football North in that immersive football program that plays its entire schedule south of the border.
His father moved to Ontario with him as well. Great play again by Dylan Finch. He had a sack earlier that snuffs out the screen for another loss, and Team Stegall's going to have to punt it away.
42 is a player, pay attention.
Yeah, Dylan Finch is certainly one to keep an eye on. Young man is from Oakville, Ontario. He's going to suit up next year at Avon Old Farms Prep School in Connecticut. It tells us a former sailor is about 110 pounds. When he first really took an interest in football, a DK Metcalf fan, right?
Changed his body because he wanted to look like DK Metcalf, and said he can actually apply the tactics from sailing into football, including things like wind.
Yeah, ironically, you don't get a lot of football players who come from sailing families, but
remains 3rd down.
That is the case for Dylan Finch. His brother Riley competed in the Olympics.
Penalties will kill you. Get it together, Stegall.
Score some points, Davis.
Discipline, Stegall.
Score some points.
Discipline, Stegall.
Score some points.
Pre-snap penalties will kill you.
I know you're not talking about discipline.
Pre-snap penalties will kill you. I can't talk now? I mean, I'm not even talking to you yet.
It gets me excited for a year of these two on opposite ends of the desk on the panel.
Doughton fields the punt at his own 45-yard line, gets a couple of yards before being brought down right away. Let's take a look at these coaches and who's done what.
Yeah, as people at home are wondering, who are these two jokers? Two jokers with pretty impressive resumes, to say the least. Davis Sanchez, 28 career interceptions, a 3-time Grey Cup champion, not to mention a stint in the National Football League. Milt Stegall, 147 total touchdowns, #1 all time in the Canadian Football League.
And he went back to training camp this year.
Yeah.
For 1 day in Winnipeg. You know, they did the conditioning drill in Winnipeg, and he finished 4th in the conditioning drill at this age.
Not bad. Milt Stegall, 67 years old. Barely looks a day above 54.
We went for barbecue last night, and Milt looked and said, I'm not eating that.
Here we go, D. Here we go, D.
Yeah, Milt left us to find a salad bar somewhere.
Jacob Muller.
Alert for the screens.
Jacob Muller with the pass behind Meekin Odunaga on that last play. Falls incomplete and brings up 2nd and 10 for Team Sanchez.
Go! Locked in! Locked in!
Blitz coming off the edge, and the quarterback keeps it. Muller should have the first down, breaks the tackle. All sorts of running inside the 30, inside the 20. He is brought down at the 16-yard line. Great play, best of the day for Jacob Muller, 15 years old from Football North.
Yeah, absolutely great call here, and you're going to see the defense just absolutely parts. And look at what the Jacob Muller sees right up the middle. Him in a line straight through to the free safety. Makes one miss, and he's off to the races. Fantastic play call. You could hear from the sideline. Milt Stegall is on the sidelines yelling, watch the screen. Screen draw situation. He's saying, watch the screen. Well, they go in the same vein, but with the draw instead. And it proves to be the perfect call against that defense.
McCullough just misses him. Gauthier blitzed off the edge and created all that space in the middle of the field. This time it's Andrew Gamon with the carry. He should score. Touchdown, Team Sanchez. Andrew Gamon from Collège de Montréal. First touchdown of the game.
Terrific run there for Andrew Gamon, a young man who rushed for over 2,000 yards in his high school season, 14 touchdowns, so no stranger to the end zone here. Showing off that burst to the outside to get Team Sanchez on the board and in the lead.
14 touchdowns during the season. He was the league MVP. Adds to that touchdown total here. And a nice fake as well that really took some of the defenders and created some room once Gamon broke out.
Yeah, good job, big fella.
Nice execution there. And of course, a big run from quarterback Jacob Muller setting the stage.
Lucas Renyek from St. Francis on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. There is a flag on the play. Officials explaining Milt what his options are if he wants to take it on.
What do you guys want?
10 on the kickoff or now?
Kickoff for now, Coach.
Now?
Let's kick off.
I mean, he just
Kickoff?
barely ate it.
I would say move him back.
Move him back now. Move him back now. Okay, all right.
They're not going to make it. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Too many
Every
players
point.
on the converting team. 10-yard penalty, repeat the convert at the 35.
I'm not. That's why I'm asking you guys. So yeah.
Defense has got to push him back.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the referee actually told Milt they barely made it last time.
Yeah.
They feel for you, Milt. They feel for you. The refs are giving you advice.
Yeah, you look at the flags atop the goalposts.
We need the field positions, though. Yeah.
Team Sanchez kicking against the wind here.
This time a 42-yard PAT. Let's see if Renyek can put this one through with a slight breeze coming at him. The kick is up. Doesn't look like it's going to get there. Falls short of the goal line. Good strategy, saving the point.
Yes.
Team Sanchez still, though, with an opportunity to celebrate the first touchdown of the game. Andrew Gamon around the left side, 6'3", Sanchez out in front.
The second quarter is brought to you by Fox 40. Fox 40 Classic is the original P-less referee whistle.
Deep to receive now for Team Stegall after that touchdown. Adrian Fraser-Maxwell and Liam Saumure. As we get our second look at the modified kickoff here. The kick goes to Fraser-Maxwell at his own 15-yard line. Out across the 30 before he is brought down. Antoine Boudouin with the tackle.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Just say yes.
There you see Team Sanchez fresh from that touchdown. Nice double on the front side. Watch the two pullers getting it done coming around from the backside. So we get a double on the D tackle. Two pullers get a knockdown on the front side, bringing Andrew Gamon to get around the edge. The young man who was recruited into the game because basically the coach saw him in gym class and he was the fastest guy out there. He got told, you're going to play football.
Always a good idea for the gym teacher. Find the fast kid.
That's right.
Justin Royer back into the game for Team Stegall on offense. Royer drops back to pass, wants to take off, instead dumps it off. That's Carter Harrod from Millwoods, breaks the tackle and gets right out to midfield. Good gain on the play on first down for Team Stegall.
And Carter Harrod, a big body, sort of a tight end type, but love the patience here from the quarterback, Royer. Watch as things are breaking down, doesn't rush it, stands in and sees Harrod coming across late. Just a little dump over the top, and the big fella makes a couple of people miss. The old stomping grounds of his dad, Rob, who played here at the University of Ottawa before a stint in the CFL with Edmonton.
23-yard gain, this time a quick hitter on the left side. That is Jackson Sterling from Salisbury Composite. Gain of 8 yards on first down before being run out of bounds.
You gotta like the response here from Team Stegall after giving up a touchdown. Putting together a couple of nice offensive plays back to back. Good protection there for a nice quick hitter. Good run after the catch from Jackson Sterling.
We remember a couple of years ago a young man named Nick Shuchuk who just tore this game apart.
Yes.
From Salisbury Composite. Sterling well aware of who he is. Cameron Bordeaux that takes the handoff. Good enough for a first down for the AB Lucas product out of London, Ontario.
Yeah, London Lucas, always a strong program. Did a coaching internship at Lucas when I was in university. Many years ago, Farhan, many years ago. But great football history at that school.
Good drive right now for Team Stegall as they look to respond to the Team Sanchez touchdown. This time the handoff again to Bordeaux. Finds some room on the left side. Fights his way for a gain of 6.
There we go. Once again, nice execution in the backfield. Cameron Bordeaux making a couple miss in the backfield to pick up some positive yardage on that play for Team Stegall.
His team has reached the past 2 league championships. He was a league all-star last year as well. This time, the rollouts. Liam Saumure with the reception in the flat, close to first down yardage. I don't think he's going to get there, but certainly close enough for them to go for it, as Davis is very upset at the spot by the officials, and they gave him the first down.
57.
And this is despite a good job of rallying to the football by the Team Sanchez defense, but Saumure credited with forward progress there before being dragged down by Troy Doughton and others.
Do we have instant replay in this game? Because you know Davis would be throwing the challenge flag right there.
Saumure from Maitland, Ontario, attends Thousand Islands Secondary School. Plays with historically a pretty good track program. He is sprinter on that.
This time Royer rides and gives again to Bordeaux. Had a crease up the middle before that, closed quickly. Gain of 6 yards on the play as Team Stegall mixing in the run and pass quite effectively on this drive. You know Milt's not calling the plays because there would not be a mix of run and pass if Milt was involved in the play design.
And watch for the nice cutback here from Bordeaux. Good job by the offensive line, getting up to second level, left guard there. Henry Paquet.
Troy Doughton with back-to-back tackles in this drive, doing some good things defensively for Team Sanchez.
Okay.
2nd and 4 now in the score zone. Blitz coming this time. He pulls the ball, this time the completion of Cameron Lucky. Nothing lucky about that as he makes the catch in traffic. Good enough for a first down. Nice play fake by Royer.
Hey, Davis, those DBs are covering like you used to.
Right away, driving.
Yeah, nice quick hitter off play action. Try to pull up those second level defenders and then tuck the ball in behind them on that slant to Cameron Lucky.
Gain of 14 yards to the 13 of Team Sanchez. Team Stegall knocking on the door. Nice response drive here. This time a fake. Royer keeps it, cuts inside. Running into traffic to about the 10-yard line.
Some tough yards there picked up by the Team Stegall quarterback, Justin Royer. Taking that one up inside. Doing a nice job with their offensive balance.
2nd and 7 right now from the 10-yard line. Important play here for Team Stegall.
Come on, O, let's get this.
Royer drops back to pass. Has a receiver on the slant. Touchdown, Cameron Lucky.
That's it, baby. That's it.
That is high. That is high. That is high. That is high.
Only 2 days of practice, but lots of time to practice the touchdown celebration.
Yes, sir. Cameron Lucky playing a big role on this drive. Couple of very similar catches for him. Slants off the edge for the product of Essex High School.
And you love how he uses
area.
You love how he uses his hands there.
Yeah, catching the ball in his hands, big target. It's a guy listed as 175 pounds. I think he already looks a little bit bigger than that and is clearly going to fill out, but terrific frame for a receiver.
9 plays, 78 yards on the response drive. Milt Stegall, the touchdown beagle. His team responds. Ty Gorniak with the PAT is up and good. Team Stegall now with a 4-point lead thanks to this drive. Lucky with the reception.
There we see the men of the moment. Talking over the last play, Justin Royer, the quarterback, to Cameron Lucky. A bit of a natural sidearm thrower, and it serves him well here. With a defender coming in his face, he kind of gets the arm down and works it around him. Lucky with a nice adjustment, good body control to sort of torque back and get the hands on that football.
And they just like all got
Gorniak with the kickoff, taken on the bounce by O'Donegan at his own 10-yard line. Has room to the 20, up to the 25, cuts back across the 30, 35. Took a big hit, held onto the football, but a good return. As Team Sanchez now tries to respond after the Team Stegall touchdown and celebration.
We talked about the response drive after giving up a touchdown. Team Stegall bouncing back, pounding the rock a little bit with Cameron Bordeaux. Quarterback Justin Royer on the run. Delivering the rock. Decides you got to be lucky to be good, good to be lucky. Cameron Lucky, back-to-back catches. The second of which puts Team Stegall back in the lead.
And back-to-back touchdown drives after a slow first quarter. The offense is starting to settle in here. Team Sanchez with Jacob Muller. Handing off to Keen Shigehiro. Not much running room there. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that Team Stegall defensive line. Capable of dictating the pace of this game a little bit. Here you see, as mentioned, crashing down in a hurry, Braylon McCullough.
We've seen Muller take off on the quarterback draw. We haven't seen him pull the ball yet and take the edge, with McCullough being as aggressive as he's been. No gain on the play. This time, an incompletion. A drop to Felix Pelletier from St. Joseph's High School here in Ontario. His first target of the game.
Yeah, one of the local guys in this ball game. Nicely delivered pass there from Muller, but with defense closing on him. Pelletier unable to haul that one in.
I got it.
Fraser Maxwell deep to receive again. Jackson Sterling also back. Maxwell can't handle it. No flags on the play either, but does fall back on it. And good field position for Team Stegall. Week 1 of the CFL schedule begins this week. Can you imagine? We are finally here, Dwayne Ford. It is a Grey Cup rematch in week 1. It is the Alouettes against the Bombers on Thursday. Ticats and Stampeders Friday. Rough Riders and Elks on Saturday. And the Lions take on the Argonauts on Sunday. And I'm going to be in Toronto hosting the CFL panel.
There you go.
And we know which two guys are going to be on it. I got to mediate.
Well, that's right. You're playing referee.
One of them is going to be chirping the other for the entire weekend. It's inevitable.
Yes, bragging rights on the line here today.
Justin Royer in at quarterback. Does a nice job escaping. Has a receiver for a completion. That's Rocky Tavernese. Royer 7 for 7 so far in this game, and he's doing it in all sorts of different ways.
Yeah, and you go back to the first play in this ball game when Royer pulls the football, runs outside. Well, here he shows that mobility, escapability, elusiveness once again. That little reverse pivot, out rolling to his left, and just delivering a strike to Tavernese. Played at St. Andrews College last year.
Gain of 16 on the play. Savian Sennett this time takes the handoff, makes the man miss. Close to first down yardage. Very good gain on first down for Team Stegall.
And this is what we talked about early in the ball game, the mobility of both of the Team Stegall quarterbacks, Royer and Vergata. Creates some seams up the middle. Defensive ends are afraid to crash down too hard for fear that the quarterback's going to pull the football. Savian Sennett, Cameron Bordeaux, the guys benefiting from that, the Team Stegall run game.
Gain of 8 on the play to the 39-yard line of Team Sanchez. Team Stegall in business again after just taking the lead. This time the pump fake, the shot, the completion, and this one is going to be a touchdown. Rocky Tavernese. 39-yard touchdown. Team Stegall starting to get a bit of a lead here.
Some terrific quarterback play. I love it.
Only in 2 days they put all these celebrations.
That's right.
That's good.
What's that old guy doing in the middle of the celebration? Watch the execution here. Pump fake, DB bites. Tavernese slides in behind. Royer drops it in there perfectly. Rocky's off to the end zone.
Rocky is also off to Football North this season. He was at St. Andrews College and is deciding to make the move to play for our good friend Edgar Garcia and the rest of the crew. Jamie Lalonde at Football North.
Yeah, Vaughan, Ontario native, Rocky Tavernese.
Ty Gorniak on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up. And he missed it left. But Team Stegall still with a 10-point lead. Touchdowns on their last 2 drives. Tavernese with the strike.
Taking a look back at the most recent Team Stegall touchdown, they're going to show hitch there where you think it's the outside receiver who's getting the football. They pump it to him. Tavernese fakes block, continues down the field as the defenders come up thinking they're defending the hitch. Rocky has slipped in behind, and with the eye of the tiger, he's off to the end zone.
Troy Dodden takes the kickoff from his own 20-yard line, stays on the right side, gets out across the 35 to the 38-yard line before he's brought down, and now it's time for Team Sanchez answer. A 10-point lead right here for Team Stegall.
Well, this is it, a 2-score ball game right now. Team Sanchez, I mean, no sweat on Coach Ches, the Sanchez. Feeling there's lots of time left in this one, but I mean, he's got to be a little nervous, doesn't he?
Well, he does, but you know that Milt was greedy there, right? That was just a thing. He just went to the coach and said, "Look, forget these hitches. We can take something off that."
That's it.
They didn't put that in during the week.
Play.
Milt right on the sideline, right there. Louis Fortier in at quarterback for Team Sanchez. Keen Shigehiro in the backfield. This time, the quick throw to the right side, Mikun Adonigan. Quick throw, but Mikun can't hang on to it.
Yeah, and might have thrown the receiver off, quite frankly, as that one was awkward coming out, as Fortier had defenders right in his face. He manages to keep his arm free to make the delivery here. Big surprise, Braylon McCullough all over him.
You might want to block him.
Yeah. Easier said than done, my friend. The son of former NFL and CFL offensive lineman Jarrell McCullough.
2nd and 10 now, obvious passing situation for Fortier. Oh, the double cadence. That's impressive. You can put that in 2 days. Fortier takes the snap. It's off to his right. The quick throw to Adonigan. Behind him, makes the catch, but wasn't able to turn upfield and get the first down.
Well, one of the guys we talked about off the top of this ball game, Farhan, was Braylon McCullough, defensive end from Carson Graham High School in British Columbia. And he has made his presence felt here in the first half of this football game, whether against the run or versus the pass.
Not much running room there. Lucky to get that.
Young man has been a force.
He's got an offer to Portland State. He's got showcases coming up over the weekend down on the West Coast, and I think he's going to get a lot of interest before this recruiting process is over. Fortier with the fake. This time O'Donovan takes it on the slant, and he is still going inside the 40-yard line through a bunch of Stegall defenders. Best play of the game so far for Mikun Adonigan.
Yeah, and just terrific execution here. I mean, first of all, Fortier standing in there under pressure, throws an absolute strike. Mikun with a terrific adjustment to the football, going across the middle. Not a big guy, but absolutely fearless. Tells us he loves the contact of football. Big grab there. Much needed gain for Team Sanchez.
4 catches for 48 yards for O'Donoghue. Fortier takes the snap, drops back, looks left, and he finds Liam Peachinen, the Harry Ainley product. Picks up a gain of 3.
There's Jackson Daniels out of Cold Lake, Alberta, coming up to make the stop.
Cold Lake, Alberta, which apparently the lake is just as it sounds.
That's right.
3 hours east of Edmonton, right on the Saskatchewan border. Doesn't matter where you live, guys. If you go to one of these events that Lee Barrett runs with CFC, we'll find you. We'll bring you to Ottawa. Fortier drops back to pass. Going deep to O'Donoghue, and it is intercepted. Jarrell Sahay from Football North pulls down the interception in the end zone to snuff out the Team Sanchez drive.
We talked about the wind earlier. Remember the missed extra point earlier in this ball game for Team Sanchez, and the wind holds this one up a little bit.
O'Donoghue had some.
Yeah, he was in behind coverage. But as that one hangs up, a terrific recovery by Jarrell Sahay, already with a big third down defensive stop.
Bring it over, guys. Bring it over. Hey.
Comes up
Great job.
with an INT.
If you have an opportunity to make a tackle, secure the tackle. Don't come in with your shoulder.
Could really build up a gap here if they can find a way to score a touchdown on their third consecutive drive. This time, though, nothing doing in the backfield for Rogan Vergata.
Your coaches, here we go.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Now, the play before that, they had a corner going.
Minute 20 to go here in the first half.
They get close to the end zone.
So clearly when your team,
what are they doing?
Sanchez right now, it's all about getting a quick stop, managing the clock, and trying to get some good field position and points on the board before the opening half runs out.
Oh, yeah, yeah, we can use our timeouts, guys.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Cruz Harden with the tackle in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Vergata gives the ball this time, and that is Cameron Bordeaux. Team Stegall conservative right there, trying to manage the game a little bit.
And you don't want to risk a turnover in this territory, and at this point, if you're Team Stegall, you want an opportunity to punt with the wind at your back. And if you got to give the ball back, force Team Sanchez to at least have a long march ahead of them against the clock.
Team Sanchez with the timeout here. 52 seconds left in this half. They should get the ball around midfield. And again, remember that wind, it'll be tough to kick a field goal unless they manage to get deep.
2-8, we need somebody, 2-8. 22, go B1. Julian! We're good. Julian!
Liam Haggerty, deep to receive. Along with Andrew Gaumont, who scored the Team Sanchez touchdown earlier. Andrew Lawson on to punt. Lawson, as we mentioned earlier, works with former CFL kicker Paul McCallum out in the Surrey area. Doesn't get all of this one. No yards coming on the play. Not much of a return there, given the no yards, and that was Andrew Gaumont with the return.
So not a lot of time to work on the no-huddle offense with only a couple of practice days for each of these two teams. So you just expect...
No yards on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
Basically looking to try and push the ball down the field in a hurry. Jacob Muller in at quarterback. We saw him show off the arm a little bit earlier in this ball game. We'll no doubt see what he's got here.
Out for the trick play.
I think Sanchez has a trick play in only 2 days.
Yeah. He would have had to just draw it up on the sideline.
This time Muller keeps it, bounces to his left, looking for the sideline. We got a holding penalty out here on the left that's going to bring this one back. 2 flags on the play there.
We're good. Okay.
The official sending Davis back.
He called the late hit?
Could have multiple flags here.
Yeah, the initial call, a pretty clear hold as the quarterback crossed the line of scrimmage.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Holding on the offense, prior to yards gained. Unnecessary roughness, late hit out of bounds on the defense. The difference is 5 yards, automatic first down.
So this one works out not too badly for Team Sanchez. They come up with a 5-yard gain and a first down. If you watch out on the perimeter, you're going to see a hold on the outside. Right in there. Maybe you see a little shot on the quarterback.
I think it's the other guy.
That draws the late hit flag.
Nathan Nadeau with the late hit, so net 5 yards, first down, but only 35 seconds left here for Muller, who keeps it again, and he is brought down. Nothing doing, but we do have a penalty flag there.
He's making a tackle!
Hey, you got to pull him.
Graham Harburn Weldon with the tackle and possibly a flag here.
The other end.
after the play, taunting on the defense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
It's an all-star game. You call it taunting? It's
Keep
an
an eye on the black helmet.
They're celebrating, right?
And notice the matching helmets between Graham Harbour and Weldon and quarterback Jacob Muller. These two guys not only are teammates at Football North, they actually live about 5 minutes apart in Toronto, take the train to and from school together every day. They were kindergarten classmates. I don't know if that's taunting or that's just getting after it with your buddy.
Yeah, I think so too. They don't get the down over on this. So second down, 4 yards to go for Muller this time.
Good job.
They get through again. That is Harbour and Weldon coming through for the sack. Muller can't get away this time. And it's
Everything in front of you guys.
Yeah, and I think it was Braylon McCullough, number 93. Was again the first man through.
Timeout, offense.
Getting hands on. Jacob Mercier and Julian Tepper in to help clean up on that defensive line.
McKellar making an early case for MVP honors. Surprised that Team Sanchez called a timeout here with 27 seconds left. You might want to let it run down, but obviously they want to do something more here. Muller looks like he's staying on the field, speaking to the offensive coaches. And I don't know that they can get in field goal range with this wind.
Yeah, working against what I would quantify as more than a breeze.
I mean, it's not just the flags. You can actually see the uprights moving here. We can feel the wind up in the press box.
Yeah.
At least it's a warm wind.
That's right.
Very tropical.
Well, maybe look for a couple of quick hitters here, but regardless, third and about 12 to start it off.
This time he goes deep. Good ball right through the hands of number 82, Skylar Wansbro. Muller can't throw it any better than that, and that would have put them in field goal position even with the wind.
Yeah, nice touch on this football and great management of the wind that we talked about. As he gets it over top of the defense, drops it in perfectly. It's a tough adjustment there. Tracking it for Skylar Wansbro down the sideline.
I mean, that's a very good throw at any level because he's throwing to the field.
Yep.
Right, so it's an extra wide throw. You put it right on the money, right to the sideline. Only a receiver has a chance to catch that ball. Pretty good for 15 years old, Dwayne.
Yeah, needless to say, bright future for quarterback Jacob Muller. We've been treated to a lot of good quarterback play in the first half of this football game for our hunt.
Sevian Sennett takes the handoff. Not much there as it looks like Team Stegall maybe ready to run the clock out here and get to halftime with a 10-point lead.
And I think that a pretty good strategy.
Can we turn these off at halftime?
A successful first half thus far.
Might be the last one, Travis.
For Team Stegall. They look to build on what they've done. Team Sanchez looking to catch their breath and regroup a little bit at the break.
Handoff again to Sennett. Brought down just across the line of scrimmage by a host of Sanchez defenders, and that'll do it for the first half. Team Stegall with the early lead. Even though it's halftime, you know he's going to let the other coach know about it. First half of the CFC Prospects game in the books. Some very good quarterback play on both sides. Some great defensive play as well. Lucky with the touchdown. His team's got a 10-point lead when we come back. Welcome back to a perfect afternoon at TD Place Stadium in Ottawa. It is halftime of the CFC Prospects game. Team Stegall with a 10-point lead at the break as he tries to win for the first time in 3 attempts against his good buddy Davis Sanchez. Every year we bring the best high school players from across the country to take part in this event. But this event is not just about the guys. Girls football is growing, especially here in the Ottawa region, and every year before the game and at halftime, we get to see this city's best girls players. 6 years ago, St. Mark's High School started a girls tackle football team. They had 75 girls interested, so they created 2 teams and played each other here at TD Place. Girls tackle football in Ottawa had begun. The following year at St. Joe's, they had an introductory meeting with 115 girls, but unfortunately, the pandemic hit. So for the past 3 years, Ottawa has had 3 high school teams participating: St. Mark's, St. Joe's, and Mother Teresa. They play some controlled scrimmages and games and travel to play in Toronto and Sudbury against the other 5 teams in the province. The girls love it. They're sponges. The level of football is truly impressive. The vibe in all 3 schools in Ottawa is amazing, and Ottawa hopes to add a couple more teams to make a league in the near future.
Hey, hold on. My next one.
When we come back, it's the second half of the CFC Prospects game here in Ottawa. Team Stegall with a 10-point lead. Welcome back as we get set for the third quarter here at the CFC Prospects game. And Dwayne, the offense has really opened things up in the second quarter. Some pretty entertaining football.
Yeah, I think guys just got a little bit more comfortable with one another, not just the quarterbacks, who I think have been very good in this football game, particularly given they've only had a couple of days with the system and with their teammates. But I think guys at all positions, the offensive linemen clearly communicating, working well together. You see some of the celebrations that have indicated how these teams have come together in very short order.
Yeah, and we've got a quarterback in Justin Royer who really has had a very, very good first half. You can't do it better than this.
Yeah, I mean, that's outstanding. A perfect 8 of 8. You see 120 yards, couple touchdown passes, made some plays with his legs as well. I thought he set the tone out of the gate with a big run where he pulled the ball and took off. So he looks to continue that in the second half and keep Team Stegall in position to gain their first ever CanadaFootballChat.com Prospects game victory.
Oh, okay. 2 returns. Okay, all right, okay, all right.
81's pretty good.
Okay, all right. Now, I was just wondering because I saw him walking off the field. I didn't know if he was the one to be on there. Yeah.
He'll be good on
Listen, too. Get him off the kickoff. Mike in. Do we have someone else? Who do you have? Who do you have? This is kick. We're kicking, right?
Yeah.
You want to be on? You want this?
That's fine, but I can go off.
Let's go next time off next time. Come on.
Work on it.
Yeah, we can't have all of our star players running down on kickoff and punt return, and that's for guys like me, not for stars.
Davis ever run a kickback?
Hey, you watch number 1. We'll have a big half. You watch number 1, my guy.
The prediction is in. Mikun Odunaga.
Yeah, they've looked in his direction a lot, just haven't really been able to spring him so far. Talented receiver.
Thought he was open too on one play, but the ball got hung up with the stiff headwind.
Yep, got in behind coverage.
Jackson Sterling and Liam Saumure back to receive for Team Sanchez, who get the ball first to open this up. Sorry, Team Stegall gets the ball to get things started. Sterling takes it at his own 15, gets across the 30 out to about the 33-yard line before being brought down. Keen Shegahiro with the tackle on the play for Team Sanchez.
So great opportunity here for Team Stegall, opening this second half on offense. Ronan Vergata, also from Dakota Collegiate, take over under center. An opportunity to try and extend their lead.
Cameron Bordeaux in the backfield to open this second half. Vergata with the quick pass, it is complete. Liam Saumure with the reception, can't break free. Gain of about 3 yards before being brought down.
And again, I like the idea with the young quarterback starting the half. Just get a nice quick hitter, let him develop a little bit of confidence without an opportunity for the rush to get in their faces. Early completion, try and develop some rhythm from there.
2nd and 7. Vergata hasn't really been able to get the offense going yet, through not necessarily any fault of his own, because things have broken down at times, whereas Royer has been able to get it going here. We'll see if the Dakota product can change that. The speed sweep coming around the left side. That's Jackson Sterling who gets the first down out to the 48-yard line of Team Sanchez. Good way to start the second half.
Yeah, Sterling from Salisbury High School, Sherwood Park, Alberta. Shows off the Jets, getting around the edge.
12-yard gain.
Well, that'll move the sticks and create some more flexible field position here around midfield.
Doughton with the cut ankle tackle, which was perfected by David Sanchez. This time Vergata's got to take off. He's brought down. We've got a penalty flag on the play, though. That's Landon Dingy with the sack. We'll see what the flag is. Holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. Second down.
Well, the Harrison Trimble product has been just a force from his defensive end spot. Good speed rusher. This is a guy who's about a 4.8 40, mid-4 second range in that short shuttle, and he shows off that speed and quickness. Getting to the quarterback, we've seen him a couple of times making life difficult.
The Maritimes have been representing. Diggy, a New Brunswick product. Vergata rolls to the right, short completion. Saumure breaks the tackle, can't get to first down yardage, but maybe puts Team Stegall in a position to think about it here after a gain of 13.
Yeah, Liam Saumure breaking a couple of tackles after the catch here. Once again, this seems to be a bit of the wheelhouse for Ronan Vergata. Again, I like this shorter quarterback. Get him out from behind all those big offensive linemen. Get him on the move a little bit to the perimeter, where he can find those passing lanes a little more easily.
3rd and 1. Looks like they've got a second back in the backfield here, an extra lineman in the backfield, I should say. This time the quarterback keeps it, and we know Vergata can run. He's got the running back build, to be quite honest, and he picks up more than enough for the first down. Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, I like the execution here. Watch some of the big boys on that offensive line go to work for Team Stegall. Henry Paquet, Luca Lavoie, among others.
Nice crease and cut back there. And really, there is a bit of it. Can we say there's a changing of the guard in Manitoba football? Like we're used to having Vincent Massey and St. Paul heavily populate this game, and Dakota might be their time. Lucas Mihalik with the reception, son of Mike Mihalik, former CFL player.
Yeah, Lucas clearly gets his skills from his mother. Much more talented than Dad.
Gets his height from his dad.
That's right. We give Mike a hard time. Former offensive line, Lucas, an H-back tight end. Sort, a little more comfortable with the ball in his hands than Dad ever would have been.
Well, Dad waited until he was about 11 before he let him play football, and was very comfortable with him not wanting to be a lineman.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Big Mike from Brampton, Ontario, played at Indiana before playing with the Blue Bombers and Ticats in his CFL career.
Nice completion by Vergata. Good enough for the first down. That's Rocky Tavernese, who's had a touchdown earlier today with the reception.
And here he's coming out of the slot, the number 2 receiver on this play. Seeing Ronan Vergata getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Nice job there by Tavernese. Just a little bit of a bump off the defender.
Very savvy push.
Yeah, create a little bit of separation.
They teach that over at Team Stegall. This time the give. Cameron Bordeaux with a little bit of room inside. Gets closed up pretty quickly. Dylan Finch with the takedown. A little bit extra after the play and some flags fly.
After the play, unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
A penalty that's going to add to the momentum already generated here by the Team Stegall offense.
I wonder if Dylan Finch learned that from his sailing background. Did you throw somebody off the boat?
Yeah, just keep an eye on the crowd right in the middle. Number 42, Dylan Finch, has the running back wrapped up. That little extra toss at the end.
You can't see it here, but Finch has developed quite the farmer's tan in the last 2 days.
It was the base burn, as he described it.
Very bright young man. Looking forward to making the move to the prep school in Connecticut. Best drive of the game for Rogan Vergata. This time they fake the sweep. He goes deep. He has a receiver. Touchdown, Liam Saumure. Oh!
Well, I'm watching Milt Stegall down on the sidelines, and he's giving it to Davis Sanchez.
Oh, baby! Team Stegall! Oh!
Now, I don't think that the viewers are going to believe us when they see some of these elaborate celebrations, which, of course, very fitting for Team Stegall. But when we keep saying, you know, the coaches haven't had a lot of time to put it in game plans and so on, well, clearly the players have had some time to build out the sellies.
I can only imagine what the Team Stegall film sessions were like.
Right there.
No football, just dances.
That's it.
Stegall didn't participate in that one. He did in the last one.
Too easy.
A nice strike there from Ronan Vergata to Liam Saumure.
And good for Vergata getting the offense going on that particular drive. The kick by Ty Gorniak is wide left. Milt Stegall, plenty of celebrations during his playing career. Doing some more as a coach.
We'll take a look back at the most recent score for Team Stegall. Two receivers are going to show block, and then both are going to go third receiver on the inside. They're going to fake a sweep to him. That sort of pulls the third defender down. Have those two DBs believing that basically the receivers are just blocking. Receivers sneaking behind. Vergata over the top to Saumure for the touchdown.
Short kick taken by O'Donoghue at the 25-yard line. We do have a flag on the play. We got a crease right here for O'Donoghue. Kicker can't make the tackle inside the 30. Brought down a big play with another penalty flag on the back end of it. Mikun O'Donoghue with the big return. Let's see what the flags are.
Yeah, I suspect that some of the guys on the cover team took off too early in this modified kickoff format.
There are two fouls on the play, both by the kicking team. Offside on the kicking team, that penalty is declined. Unnecessary roughness, horse collar tackle, first down.
We were waiting for the breakout play by Mikun O'Donoghue, and here it is.
Yeah, does a great job, and this is a young man who, when we talked to him yesterday, you know, a lot of receivers, you don't expect them to really say that their favorite part of football is the contact, but this was a guy who loves that part. I asked him about his favorite hit, and he said it came on a return, dropped his shoulder on an opposing player against one of their rival teams, Vincent Massey. Big return here where he gets to drop the shoulder to pick up a couple extra yards at the end.
Jacob Muller hands off to Andrew Gomon, and there is nothing there in the backfield. Looks like McKellar again on the tackle. He's made a mess of that offense.
Yeah, McCullough involved Pretty good push-up field there as well from big Peterson Claude. Watch big 75 in the middle of things here.
Another 15-year-old at 325 pounds.
Yeah, 350 still growing, by the way. But terrific quickness at that size. This is a guy to keep an eye on. 15-year-old Peterson Claude.
Muller looks into the end zone, has a receiver, overshoots him, looking for Felix Peltier. That's tough, given that return. You want to finish that drive with a touchdown. Muller not happy with himself for the throw, and
yeah, the kicking team's coming out.
Yeah, at the 15-yard line, you probably don't have a choice but to kick here. Still lots of time in the second half.
Got to get points here when you're Team Stegall, or Team Sanchez rather. You can't come up empty.
I think we're going to get a chance to talk to the head coach about this decision. Lucas Renyak from St. Francis High School in Calgary, Alberta, with the chance to get 3 on the board here. Kick is up, the kick is good, and the lead is closed to 13 points. Team Sanchez starts the third quarter off with a bang.
Things have changed. It's all about Team Stegall.
Here they are. Team Stegall trying to find a way to bump the slump and get a win against the little brother he never knew he wanted, Davis Sanchez. So Davis, during the week, you know, we talked about your secondary. You had all the length and you were favored. And they've had 3 touchdowns behind you through the air. What's happening here, my friend?
Look, I have a lot of experience getting beat. So I'm the perfect guy for the job here. I told my guys, it doesn't matter if you get beat. It's how you respond. So I just told them that, all jokes aside, I told them, hey, if you give a play up, now you got
there we go. Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up.
Get outside!
Heads up, heads up, heads up. That's it, baby. Hey, that's it. Yeah. Tell him, baby. Yes,
Come on.
Savian Sennett with the 53-yard run.
Yeah, Team Stegall goes to the ground. Savian Sennett, nice job there by the offensive line to open things up. Sennett getting to the outside. Rumbling down the sidelines for a big gain.
That wouldn't have been pretty if he'd ran you over.
The power back who lists Marshawn Lynch and Derrick Henry among his favorite ball carriers.
Ready, go.
Justin Royer rolling out to his right, has a receiver, throws it a little low. I believe that's his first incompletion of the game. Can't connect with Liam Saumure. Had him though.
If we can get something off the edge.
Yeah, that one just got away from him a little bit on the run.
Little guys keep doing that.
Remember, Coach, we don't have a field goal kicker, so yeah.
So Davis, a little conservative there earlier. You decided to kick the field goal. Is, you know, you believe your defense can stop these guys now to give you another shot at this?
Oh, it was 3 down territory, I thought, and then we lost yards on first down, so we had to kick the field goal. Yeah, we got to make plays, and we have the guys to do it. So I understand. That was a nice run, by the way. Shout out to the offensive line. That was a nice hole. And that 33, that is a big, fast young man, bright future.
Royer drops back to the pass.
There we go.
Has Rocky Tavernese for a short gain. Milt, it feels to me like your entire career has been building to this moment.
Oh, without a doubt. I've been waiting on this since I became friends with Davis. He's been talking smack, how I never beat him as a player. I didn't beat him last year, but now I'm getting the opportunity. Well, I have a great opportunity to beat him, and I'm going to savor it, soak it in. Like you said, he's a little brother I never wanted, so this is an opportunity that I've been waiting for a long time. We still have some more football to play, but we're in a good position right now.
Hey, Milt, tell me a little bit about the job that, well, both you guys, let me ask you a little bit about the job some of your assistant coaches have done this week getting these young guys ready to play.
Well, they've done a great job, all the coaches. I mean, you think about it, they don't have much time to prepare these kids. Majority of these kids, they don't even know each other, so you're trying to get these kids to form a chemistry in 2 to 3 days, but these coaches are doing an awesome job. It's not an easy task.
Shouldn't the head coach be calling timeouts? This is a mutiny, Milt.
No. My assistant coaches know when I want to call a timeout, so they know when to do it. They know when, it's like, I don't know if you remember the Wonder Twins from the Super Friends, but we have those type of powers where we can communicate without communicating.
You conducted a bunch of Zoom calls ahead of time so that you guys would be on the same page through this?
No, we're old school. We get on the phone and talk. I don't want to see these guys. We just get on the phone and talk and we figure it out. But we're all together. All the coaches are on the same page. We communicate without communicate, as I alluded to earlier.
So Davis, if you lose this, what's the bet?
If he loses, please, he's gonna lose. He has to grow his hair back for a year.
We don't talk about ifs right now. We're just trying to get off the field on 3rd and 3.
Davis, you see what type of confidence Farhan and Dwayne have in you. They say if you lose. They're not asking me that.
Davis, who's the assistant right next to you? Wearing the green hat.
Yeah, Felix. This is my guy, Felix. Felix right here is he's my assistant. He's the assistant head coach, actually.
Mini Ches.
He's a young cornerback, halfback, and he's also the assistant head coach. So say what's up to the folks, Felix.
What's up?
He's actually the head coach. I'm actually his assistant, and I'm kind of he's telling me what to do, and I'm relaying it. So
Felix is down by 13 right now, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't blame Felix,
Davis. You're losing. You're down 13, bud.
Felix, there's always an opportunity to switch sides. Go, baby. Get up in there. Yeah!
Get outside.
Yeah, baby! He got it! That's the first.
He's short.
That's the first. That's the first.
Cameron Bordeaux with the carry and Troy Doughton with the helmet off. We get to see his hair. Nice tackle.
Yeah, some terrific moves here by Bordeaux.
Nice tackle.
And yeah, outstanding job, I thought, by Troy Doughton in space to make that play.
Good tackle by Doughton. Doughton's quick as heck. Good play. Good tackle.
First down, not quite first and goal yet, but 1st and 10. And this is a 5:46 to go. It's a big drive here.
I smell a touchdown. I smell a touchdown. It's coming.
Royer gives to Bordeaux again. Not much there this time. Hey, I got to ask you about some of these players on your side, Milt. How about the quarterback here, Justin Royer? Was 8 for 8 for 120 yards in the first half. Pretty good for the tall gunslinger.
Yeah, no, and as I talked about earlier, these guys don't know each other, so the fact that he's able to have that success with, guys you don't know the route runners, how they run routes, but a lot of that is because of the great coaching staff and the position they're putting these young fellas in. So it's been great to watch them. They're having fun out there on both sides, and I told them that's the main thing. Win, lose, or draw. Go out there and enjoy yourself, have fun, and live in the moment.
Sanchez has a blitz lined up.
Yeah,
Takes up. Touchdown, Justin Royer.
I told you. 2. We're going for 2. Hey, Davis, you're looking nervous. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, Team Stegall.
Do you plan all these celebrations, Milt? Do you choreograph these personally?
No, they'd have been a lot better if I was involved. But they're young kids. They don't know the true celebrations. They're doing their best. But
what do you see on that?
We may have 2 or 3 more opportunities, so I may try to include myself on some of them.
Well, here we'll have a look. Justin Royer, again using his legs. Middle opens up.
I want to do that TQ run.
Little juke left, cut right into the end zone.
Okay, so let's play. We have the win now too. Let's play. Yeah, let's play up.
We saw Muller earlier see that blitz coming off the edge and kept it. This time Royer does it.
Let's play whatever you have.
Expands their lead again.
No huddle, whatever you have.
Yeah, we got no tempo offense.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Nice. I'm getting tired of kids.
Well, how about we try to move quick. Yeah, move quick.
This is a great
our version, our 2-day version of up tempo. Yeah.
Scored, so that's big.
Because we only have the win for 4.
This qualifies as running up the score, I would think.
We're not done.
Yeah, no class. No class.
Steagall's not done.
Milt is just looking to make it a 21 points, 3 touchdowns.
Trying to get to around 30.
Yeah.
Delay of game.
You can't run up scores in All-Star.
5-8 penalty.
That doesn't exist.
Hey, Farhan or Dwayne, let's not be too hard on. Let's not be too hard on Milt, right, guys?
Hey, defense!
I'm just looking forward to you 2 guys on the panel this week.
Wait, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Thank you. He's not really familiar with winning, so he's not quite sure what to do in this situation, being up 21. So let's not be Milt. I know we're all joking. Milt's a good friend of mine. Let's not be too harsh on him.
You're trying to soften the blow, Chaz. I understand. It's tough. It's tough, baby.
5-yard penalty, but they're still going for it. This time the fake. Royer rolls to his right. Has a receiver. No. Looks back the other way. This time it's intercepted. Grant Lee with the interception.
Holding.
For Team Sanchez.
We need holding in the end zone. It was holding. We need a trainer. Okay. She's out there. She got out there.
Carson Metcalf, the injured player. Looks like he'll be okay.
9 and 7, 16, down 12.
Or
and score here,
to
12.
go to the 4 and do the conference from the 4.
You hear that, coach? You want to just put it on the 4? Yeah, put it on the 4. Yeah, put it on the 4 and go for it. Yeah.
Defense. On the 4-yard line, coach.
Holding on the defense.
On the 4-yard line.
Half the distance to goal and repeat the convert.
Convert from the 4-yard line. So got to be cover 1 tight. Hey, halfbacks. Halfbacks. Hey, tell them. Press.
Davis actually thinks he's a coach. He actually thinks he's a coach. That's maybe the problem.
Hey, that's why he was 2-0 in this. You got to give him some credit for being a coach.
He wasn't coaching the first 2 years. Now he wants to be mouthy, and you see what's happening.
Turn.
This time another fake. Got a receiver.
Davis does not need to coach anymore. That's the problem.
Carter Herrod with the 2-point conversion for Team Stegall. Let's take a look at the 4th touchdown of the game for Team Stegall.
Yeah, here it is, Justin Royer. Things part like the Red Sea in front of him. He's off to the end zone.
The third quarter is brought to you by the official ball of the CFC Prospect Game, the Rouge, available for purchase at area51sports.ca.
Tyler Gorniak getting set to kick off. He's been a busy guy on these kickoffs with how good this offense has been. He's going to be kicking off that Rouge, as you just heard about, deep to receive Mikun Odunaga and Tyler Gamon. Odunaga with a good return the last time out. He'll get an opportunity again from his own 21-yard line. This time he goes right, has a crease, closes up pretty quickly, gets out to about the 45-yard line before being taken down. Team Stegall in cruise control with a 21-point lead. A beautiful afternoon by the canal here in Ottawa. One coach seems to be enjoying this day a little more than the other. And we are joined now by one of today's very proud sponsors, Carlo Onorati from Area 51 Sports. And let's start with the game ball, a little different, the Rouge. Tell us about the Rouge, Carlo.
Thanks, Farhan. Yeah, we're proud to be a part of this game with teams across the country. We've created a first of its kind, genuine leather ball made for the Canadian game. We got 360 stitching along the stripe on both sides with the nice red accent and the Canadian colors. We've got a nice composite lace on here. This is, something that we take pride in. This ball is designed for the Canadian game, and we're proud to have it being used here today.
Yeah, Area 51, very involved in the game across the country. Tell us a bit about the company.
We started some guys that were in the industry, some guys that have coached, and we're really just about amateur sports in general. We do have a deep passion for football. We'd love to help out clubs, associations, and schools across the country, providing whatever they need at, whatever price point they need to be at. And we're just proud to be here with these types of kids and athletes and be able to help them and support this game.
The quarterbacks today are using the helmet communication device provided by Area 51. How does it work? How do teams get one?
ATEC Comms. You can go to our website. You can get all the information there. It's a direct link from the coach to quarterback, coach to linebacker, free safety. It's a great practice tool. With all the technology advances in the game, we're just proud to play a small role in that. I think you're going to see it at the U Sports level this year, and we're just really happy to have our technology being used in the game.
Carlo, thanks so much for doing this, and thanks for your involvement in the Prospects game.
Our pleasure. Thank you, Farhan.
really does take a lot of different groups to support an event like this. This is not just about CFC, but they've got a number of partners that are involved. And, you know, I got to know the Area 51 guys a couple of games ago at this, and they're very willing to help out programs across the country to make the sport work for them and make the finances work for them. Keen Shigehiro with the carry on 3rd and short. Should have enough for the first down, but let's see what the spot looks like. They're giving him the first down. But that defensive line for Team Stegall, you wouldn't expect the Stegall defense to be known for its line play, but their line has really won the battles along the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a sense that this was one of the places where Team Stegall might have a little bit of an edge was with some of the defensive linemen in that group, based on what we saw and heard from some of the youth sports coaches, from the assistant coaches involved in this game during the week. When you think about a guy like Braylon McCullough, obviously we've talked about a lot. And this one, Peterson Claude as well. Weston Gower is a guy that has flashed throughout the week. So D-line, a bit of an edge.
Pressure again. This time it's Graham, Harburn, Weldon with the sack. Not much time there for Jacob Muller.
Yeah, keep an eye here. Coming from that left end spot. This is Weston Gower. Just a quick little rip underneath, coming around the edge. Midway Cowboy into the backfield for the sack.
I think I gave Harbour and Weldon credit the first time, but he was getting free. That was right there as well, or would have been. Had Muller been able to escape, which he couldn't. Instead, it's a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. This time, more pressure off the other side. It was Gower again this time, but manages to get the pass off. Does Muller, just the original 5 yards they get back.
Yeah, I mean, this is an acrobatic escape from quarterback Jacob Muller to get this one off. He's under pressure again. You see Gower bearing down among others. And as he's getting pulled and yanked around.
I think that was McCullough that time with the pressure.
Coaches, make sure you're getting that line.
The body control and presence to find his running back Shigehiro. Limit the damage.
They said they're going for it on 3rd and 11 with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Down 21, Sanchez knows it matters. More pressure again. Muller escapes, tries to get it out, but it falls incomplete with the big man, Peterson Claude, 15-year-old against 15-year-old. These two guys are going to be playing football for a while, but the big man with the pressure.
I think this is the biggest 15-year-old I've ever seen, by the way. Peterson Claude. Just a force from his defensive tackle spot. And this guy is gaining momentum. You see his quickness in small space there to beat the guard inside and slash into the backfield. Bring down quarterback Jacob Muller.
The matchups have been pretty one-sided with that defensive line against Team Sanchez's offensive line. And the big man compares himself to Jordan Davis, who just finished his rookie season with Philadelphia, and Vita Vea. Big men who are nimble.
Peterson Claude demonstrated that in the last play.
Justin Royer in, gives himself up after escaping to the left. Gain of 1 on the play. Business decision right there.
Absolutely. At this point, playing with a lead, don't want to get your quarterback hurt. Play it smart.
Final play of the 3rd quarter coming up here. Sanchez showing blitz. Royer back to pass, gets it out to Carter Harrod, fighting for additional yardage, can't get the first down. But as we end the 3rd quarter, Team Stegall absolutely dominating this game. We'll see if Team Sanchez can pull off a miracle. It is the 4th CFC Prospects game. Team Stegall 30, Team Sanchez 9, the 4th quarter coming up here in Ottawa when we come back. Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the CFC Prospects game. You know, there was a point when this game was 6-3 for Team Sanchez. 27-3 for Stegall since. The stats tell that story.
Well, this is one of those games where you expect your TV screen to start tilting to one side a little bit as the Team Stegall stats have become a little heavy through the third quarter of this football game, carrying the momentum. But I think a big part of this, and a lot of the credit, obviously goes to the players who have picked up a game plan and executed it on short notice, but also, as we've mentioned, not so much the head coaches. They're busy jawing at each other, but to the assistant coaches who do such a terrific job of getting these guys prepared to play on short notice.
Although Milt did make the decision to go for two to get to 30 points there.
So this is true.
Seats coming in. Area 51 kicking out big time. Going to the highest bidder, baby. Here we go.
Does that mean we don't get to keep him on the panel? Is that what I'm hearing? Team Stegall punting here. Fortunate to get that one off. Mikun Udunaga fields the punt. Penalty flag on the play. Tetson takes it to about the 17-yard line.
Walk away, we know. Walk away, we know.
Let's see what the call is here. 15 minutes for 3 touchdowns. Let's see how creative our defensive back can be. Our defensive back head coach. Louis Forche coming into the game to quarterback for Team Sanchez, trying to begin the comeback here.
Yeah, a bit of a tough one, as you heard Ches mention earlier, trailing in this ball game and going into the wind here in the fourth quarter, which could make it challenging as they try to push the ball down the field a little bit.
There are 2 fouls, both on the return team. Interference, blocking the punter prior to the ball being caught, and holding, which is declined. First down.
A long way to go, 108 yards. If they're going to get their first touchdown to try to get back into this. Louis Forche, as we mentioned, the quarterback in now for Team Sanchez.
And this, the challenge for Team Ches, is obviously the field position makes you a little hesitant to drop back and throw the football, but so too does that front four that you're working against, because they have been a nightmare.
Forche with the quick hitter, complete to Darius McNeil Crookshank.
Twisted his ankle.
Nice start for the Lauren Hill product, who now plans to go to Vanier to play this fall.
Just a quick hitter out to him. Big, tall receiver. Looks like he may have twisted the ankle there a little bit on the tackle, but he's going to stay in the ball game.
He missed Tuesday's player meetings so that he could go back to his school and graduate with honors. So wanted to make sure he was a part of that graduation ceremony. So congratulations to Mr. McNeil Crookshank.
Yes, sir. A big science and history guy, he tells us.
Oh, on second and less than a yard. Penetration in the backfield is going to prevent Team Sanchez from getting a first down.
Yeah, they lost almost a yard on that one. So the uphill battle continues. But Little Choice down by 3 touchdowns, but to go for it. If you take a look here on that short yardage stuff. Number 43, Ryan Monde from Dalbay-Viau.
We asked him what his favorite part of football was, and he said the hits. That's it, just hits. The rest of it didn't matter.
Yeah.
First down for Andrew Gamon as Team Sanchez goes for it on 3rd and 2. Really no choice at this stage.
Well, did what they had to do. Nice job making a couple of people miss before first contact.
Braylon McMillan hasn't missed much in this game. Had a chance in the backfield to make that play. Saw the double team there on Peterson Claude, which is probably a good idea.
Ready, go. Locked in. I just hug.
Forte looks to his left, has to scramble, goes back across the field, has a receiver, Mikun Uduniga. And Uduniga gets a first down, 14 yards across his team's 30.
And nice job by Louis Fortier to get this one to Uduniga. You see him scrambling to his left, spotting the receiver back to his right. A little bit of a high-risk throw into the middle of the field, but he gets it where it needs to be. Move the sticks once again for Team Sanchez.
And as we look at potential MVP candidates for this game for Team Sanchez, Mikun Uduniga might be one. He's managed to make quite a few plays thus far, including the long kick return earlier.
Ready, go.
Fortier back to pass, this time looking deep for Uduniga. Good coverage on the play. Almost his second interception of the game for Jarrell Sahay, who saw that play coming and stayed over the top.
Yeah, once again, very disciplined defensive play from Sahay. Knowing he can allow a completion in front of him, but at this score, you just don't want the ball going over your head. Plays it smart, plays it perfectly.
We mentioned Sahay moved from the Okanagan in British Columbia a couple of years ago. His dad also moved with him, who's a retired police officer. Sahay also does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We haven't seen any of those moves on the field yet, but obviously a very well-rounded athlete. Forte having to scramble here, now puts the ball deep. He's got a receiver. That time it's Skylar Wansbrough with the reception on the scramble drill.
And a great job by Fortier to get this one out. Wansbrough out wide on this play. You see a ball being thrown from the hash all the way out to the wide side. Spots a receiver in space on the scramble. Making that play after escaping the pass rush.
They've done half the job. This drive started at their own 2-yard line. They're now across midfield to the 53 of Team Sanchez. Uduniga with the reception. Tries to make a man miss, but can't.
Second and long. That's it, guys. Come on, guys.
Here you just see one of the challenges of only being able to put in so many adjustments offensively. They had the hitch screen called. They were basically outnumbered to that side right from the get-go. But you don't necessarily have enough in place to check out of it at that point, so they just had to go with it. But it was basically one blocker against 3 defenders.
And as we saw at the end of the half, very difficult to put in a no-huddle offense and have a big package at that. This time the pass to Andrew Gamon, right in his hands. He might have had some space to run with that.
Yeah. Tough one. You might like to see the quarterback take a little bit off that one, given the nature of the pass with the running back just swinging out of there. Some zip on the football.
3rd and 10. They went for it from deep in their own end, so no surprise they're going for it again here.
Yeah, I mean, Team Sanchez, unless you're going to absolutely count on a defensive touchdown, I mean, they require 3 successful offensive possessions. I don't know that you're going to get that punting the ball away with under 10 minutes left.
That's on down.
Free play here. Instead, they go to Udunigan short rather than take a shot, but a free 5 yards coming on what appears to be an offside. Uduniga, the injured player.
Yeah, he's shaken up. He took a hit there from Sahay, who came up in coverage on that one.
We talk about his toughness. If he's down, he's legitimately hurts. And
yeah.
His coach, Mitch Harrison, told me a story about the provincial championship game very early in that game.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Very early in that game, he rolled an ankle, but wasn't coming out of the game given the stakes and stayed in it, made some key catches. Late in the game, a contested catch to set up some winning points. Obviously frustrated, walks off the field here, tosses his helmet, but a player with a lot of toughness and physicality.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Glad to see him get to the sideline under his own power. Hope to see him back in this one. It's obviously been a big part of what Team Sanchez has tried to do here offensively.
And what Dakota is going to be trying to do in the fall as they look to defend their provincial championship. quarterback on the other side, Rogan Vergata, probably as concerned as anyone else. That's his favorite target for the fall. Fortier on 3rd and 5. Has a receiver, a completion. Felix Peltier from St. Joseph's High School with the first down at the 40-yard line, and the drive continues.
Yeah, a couple of clutch plays here for Team Ches in the 4th quarter as they try to get this comeback started. Some big 3rd down conversions to keep this thing going. Peltier manages to just keep a hold of that one.
Well, you're right. And that's the one he tried to roll. He tried to roll in the first half, and he dropped it.
The S on the helmet for Fortier sure looks like it's for Sanchez. First and 10 from the 40. Very good drive for Fortier. This time the pressure again, steps up, throws it into coverage. Fortunately, that one doesn't get intercepted. Harrison Price, the intended target from Cochrane, Alberta.
Yeah, defense quickly converging on the football on that one.
12th play of the drive coming up. This one's gone over 6 minutes. You know they're going to be in 3-down territory the rest of the way here for Fortier.
Oh, he moved. Don't move.
Fortier with the quick pass, not on the same page with his receiver. There is a flag on the play. Looks like that's going to be offside against Team Stegall.
Yeah, it looked like things got out of sync for both sides a little bit there with the snap count.
You know, and you mentioned earlier that Team Stegall can play conservative now. Keep their defenders off, make sure you just tackle everything. But that D-line's still going to be aggressive.
On the offense, that penalty decline, 3rd down.
So another big 3rd down for Team Sanchez.
5 more! Harrison! 5 more!
Oduniga back into the game after that injury. We saw him take the long way and walk around the field, but in for this all-important 3rd and 10.
Ready, go. Locked in. Locked in, son.
Fortier with the pass. He's complete to Oduniga, who gets the first down before being pulled back.
I'll say this. Clutch. Not the most efficient drive in terms of use of time when you're using all 3 downs to get 10 every time. Oduniga, by the way, lined up in the slot here. He's going to come in motion on this one. But in terms of clutch plays, whether it's been the quarterback or receivers or running backs, whomever has been required to step up has stepped up to keep this drive alive.
They've matched their first down total for the entire game on this drive, and they've had 3 3rd down conversions. Fortier now looking into the end zone. He's got an open receiver, but he can't get it there in time. The defenders get there to break it up. Liam Peachinen was the intended target on the corner, but a couple of defenders were able to get there and deny it.
And I think this is another one where you've just got that ball hanging up just for that split second as you're working against the wind, trying to get the ball deep. And that gives the defenders just enough time to recover.
Jackson Daniels and Ryan Monde both there in coverage, and Monde, an inside linebacker, making the play from there. Impressive.
Just running to the football, both guys.
2nd and 10 for Fortier. Looks quick again to Oduniga. Tries to make a man miss. Gets about 6 yards before being taken out of bounds by Felix Gauthier. They're going for it again on 3rd down here.
Oh yeah, boom, there you go.
Can't stop now.
The Team Sanchez Cardiac Kids. 3rd down monsters. See what they've got up their sleeve this time.
Clock keeps ticking though. As you mentioned, you talk about efficiency. They got to get the ball down the field. It is harder against the wind. Forche on 3rd and 4. Looks like he's trying to change the play here.
Ready, go.
Looking to the single receiver on the right side and just misses him. Darius McNeil Crookshank the intended target, and the drive comes to an end after 9 minutes. When we come back, Team Stegall tries to put the finishing touches on his first ever victory here at the CFC Prospects Game.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by CanadaFootballChat.com. Rankings, analysis, and more. Be a member today. Become a CFC Insider.
Six minutes to go. A drive that lasted 8:44, had 3 third down conversions, and came away with 0.
It was almost perfect.
That's right.
Now Team Stegall looks to keep that clock running. Milt looking for his first CanadaFootballChat.com Prospects Game victory.
And they try a double pass. Rogan Vergata has the ball back, has a receiver down the middle, and makes a fantastic catch.
Oh!
Liam Saumure.
Man!
That's a catch that would make the head coach proud.
Milt and Stegall adding insult to injury. What do we have? Double reverse flea flicker here.
He was wide open.
For the big gain. Out to midfield.
And he had a wide open receiver, but went to the covered guy. And Saumure pulls it down for a gain of 29.
Just for show.
Hey, you're over, you're over.
Vergata with his biggest completion of the afternoon.
31.
This time the give, Sevian Senate with the carry. Not much doing there. Team Sanchez expecting the run now. Didn't help him on that first down play, but should the rest of the way here, you'd think.
Oh yeah, Team Stegall. As unpredictable as their coach.
He's trying to run it up. It's personal.
Oh. Hey, coach.
2nd and 7. Vergata rolls to his right and looks back to the other side. Has a receiver. And that is Senate for a big gain on the screen. Gets inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, beautiful execution. The defense.
I'm going to rub it in like no other.
Completely drawn in. Keep an eye on Senate from the backfield. He's going to sneak out to his left. Flow of the play goes right. Quarterback rolls that way. Nobody stays with the running back. He's wide open on that throwback blockerless screen.
And a second gain of 29 yards on this drive for Team Stegall.
And Milt not coaching up his guys to stay in bounds and run the clock. They just want more offensive plays.
This time the handoff to Senate. Penalty flags on the play as he fights his way to the 25-yard line. Looks like an offside against Team Sanchez.
So Senate showing off the full tool belt. On this drive, the big catch followed by
Offside
power run.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty. Beat the down.
Hey, defense. We gotta give it yard. Defense. Hey, let's go here.
You know there's going to be highlights of this game shown on Thursday's panel.
Give it yard.
No doubt. You're hosting that panel, so I trust you'll make sure of it.
1st and 5 now for Rogan Vergata. Rolls to his right. Wants to throw it. Might have been wise to run it there. This time just flips it out of bounds. avoids the loss, and that gets us to the 3-minute warning. When we come back, Team Stegall, will they put their coach on their shoulders and ride him off into the sunset? Well, Davis, are you ready to concede yet?
What's the question for, huh?
Are you ready to concede defeat yet?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give credit. Let's give credit. They made the plays they needed to, and they got. Hey, look, we saw some great young football players out here today. Yep. That's what it's all about. Those guys they played some good football, and let's give it to them.
They've been competing. These kids have been competing, working hard. And as I mentioned earlier, great coaches putting these kids in a position to succeed. But you asked, was Davis ready to concede? And unlike Rocky, he threw in the white towel. Probably after the second half, Davis threw in the white towel. He knew it was over. But it's been a great experience. And if they'll have me back next year, if they have us back next year, I'm looking forward to it because it's been truly awesome.
Landon Dingy with the sack there. Now, it does feel like you're trying to run things up, though, Milt.
It's an all-star game. You're supposed to run things up. There's no letting off the gas. These kids aren't going to take any knees. They're trying to showcase their skills. The coaches, they're still calling trick plays, throwing the ball down the field. There is no let-up in the all-star game, so I think everyone understands that.
Davis, are you offended?
Hey, I told my guys it's all about putting it on tape. I'm not offended, no.
Go get it, go take. Oh, pass it!
Going big, and you get the
PI!
PI, they got it.
We go to PI, all right.
Hey, do you guys find it particularly taxing, both coaching and officiating the game?
Hey, you know me when I played Dwayne. I played not officiating, so there's no difference. It's all the same, but no, this has been great. I've been hard on the refs, but they're used to it. But Davis and I, we really appreciate this. We're close friends, but we know we're coming out here, we're trying to beat each other, and afterwards we're back to being friends. So this has been truly cool.
Hey, we told some of these guys, I tried to get some of these guys that played a lot of snaps out of the game, and to a man, they all didn't want to come out. That'll just tell you, how much these guys compete. And I also said, guys, every snap matters because you're trying to, putting everything on tape. That's what this is all about. It's nice to win if you want to put stuff on tape.
This time, the quick screen gets to Cameron Lucky, who already has a touchdown earlier today. Fights his way down close to the 5-yard line.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to Dwayne and Farhan up there and Milt as well? I'm looking at one of the things we always talk about is how good the young kids are today, the evolution of these players, and I say it all the time. These young men are so much better than we were when we came out. And that's not a knock on the guys that played in my era, but these guys, the talent level of these young men, and that's a credit to the coaches in around Canada. That's a credit to all the programs and the extra stuff these guys are doing. But these guys at another level. Would you guys agree? Especially Farhan and Dwayne, who are involved in grassroots football.
Yeah, I mean, for me, absolutely. I say it every year in regards to the CFL Combine and the draft, but it starts much earlier than that.
Yep.
As you go sort of, give it time to notice appreciable differences, but say decade by decade, the level of preparation of players arriving at Canadian universities and arriving at the CFL Combine, it's night and day. Yeah. The level of physical preparation, the level of football knowledge and IQ that they have compared to what we had at the same stage is absolutely remarkable.
And I talked to Lee Barrett about this, and Dwayne and I have done all 4 games, and we all agreed that if you go to the bottom 20 in this game, it looks completely different than it did 4 games ago. The depth of it. There's no drop-off when you get to that point.
Yeah, no, it's
we got a penalty again.
Davis, another opportunity.
Davis, your team is very handsy.
We get another opportunity to score. But just piggybacking off what Davis was talking about and what you guys are talking about, how the grassroots is growing. I mean, and I don't know about Davis, but I have a few kids on my team who are 15 years old. And when I found out, I'm like, that's truly amazing because these kids are so much more advanced than the kids and myself when I was 15 years old. So it's truly amazing what's going on in Canada, what they're building with youth football, and I'm just excited to be a small part of it because it's looking like the future's going to be really bright.
And to add to all the parents watching, friends and family of these guys, all of them, the tip of the cap, the dedication that these young men have, dedicated so much of their time to get to this level. And I always admire that from these young men, to have that much discipline in their lives to get to this level.
Yeah, it's been great. Another touchdown. Sorry, Davis.
Well, I'd like to change the subject and start talking about the kids' dedication level when they start talking about the score.
How about Rogan Vergata pulling it there, big time
dinner's
fake.
on you, Davis.
Confirmed.
Little duck, duck, goose.
Hey, Felix.
Hey, we're out of celebration. We have no more celebrations. We've scored so much, we have to repeat what we've done. We had to repeat it. We've scored so much.
You hear that, Felix?
Hey, let me ask both of you guys. I'll ask Ches first. I mean, one of my favorite parts of this game and the week leading up to it is seeing you two guys working with the kids during the week. And let me just ask you, Ches, first, like, what does it mean to you to just have the opportunity to get out there and share a little bit of your knowledge from your career with these young players?
Oh, yeah, I absolutely love it. I jump right in with the DBs. Obviously, that's my background. And a quick story, Dwayne. I actually got there, and the first day I was in, we were talking about some coverage, individual. And I taught them. I shared a new technique that, I thought they could figure out slowly over time, maybe implement it a little bit. Literally, we jumped into one-on-ones 8 minutes after I showed them for the first time, and there was 12 of them, I think, and I think 11 of them figured it out, and we're playing the technique flawless in 10 minutes. So it just shows that these guys are willing to listen and learn. So I appreciate that. They don't have to listen just because I play. They don't have to listen. But I think these young men are smart and understand that there's a benefit. So I appreciate the respect and the love that they showed, and they're smart young men, and it was good to be around them. I get rejuvenated and excited to be here.
Good stuff. How about you, Milt?
No, it was great, and it was funny because, I made sure I had this coach I could say something to one of the players, and after I said that, the other players started coming up to me and asking questions, and I'll be honest, these players don't know who I am, rightfully so, I understand that, but they're still asking me questions about route running, about catching the ball, everything. After I opened up the door, they kicked it in, and they were very, asking a bunch of questions. So it makes you feel good knowing that this younger generation, they want to know how to get to the next level. Because I've been in situations, and I won't say where I've been around kids this age, and they looked at me like, you don't know what you're talking about, who are you? But it hadn't been the case with these kids, and it's very refreshing when you see young individuals act like that.
Good stuff.
So where's dinner tonight, guys? We know Ches is buying.
Well, I'm going wherever, and I don't even eat steak, but I'm going to go where I can get the most expensive steak and don't eat it. That's what's going to happen.
You're going to eat the salad, order the steak.
Salad, have me some water with some lemon in it,
and Dwayne will come by. Dwayne will come by to eat the steak.
Yeah, save that steak.
I'll save it.
Lucky to have Farhan and Dwayne to you guys when it comes to grassroots and football in Canada, two guys that are involved and care as much as anybody. So we're lucky to have you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys. This is a lot of fun for all of us.
Much love. Andrew Gammon getting tackled there, and we know these guys are going to celebrate and have some laughs when it's all done, as will these players. There's so many interesting stories. We talk about Mikun Udunaga and Rogan Vergata, who are on opposite teams today, and they're going to be teammates at Dakota. And we talked about the players that were kindergarten classmates together, and they were able to come back and. And as much as some of these guys are polished and we see the level they're at now, there are also some players who only played 2 or 3 years of football who have incredible ceilings. One final crack at it here for Louis Fortier. Nice catch. I believe that's Nigel Augustin. Felix Pelletier, actually, with that reception. Player of the game is brought to you by Area 51 Sports, the sports industry's best kept secret, and it's the MVPs. We've got them from each team. Let's start with the Team Sanchez MVP, Mikun Udunaga. We've talked about him a lot tonight. 9 catches in this game, got banged up, came back into it and played. Very good performance. Fortier swings it out this time. Team Shigehiro with the reception. Gets the first down, trying to fight his way out to midfield. And the MVP for Team Sanchez, plenty of candidates here.
Timeout, Team Sanchez.
For Team Stegall, I should say, plenty of candidates there. Braylon McKellar has made a mess of Team Sanchez's backfield, but Justin Royer is our Area 51 Sports MVP, 11 of 12 passing for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. Most of that passing damage was done in the first half, but he has been very, very sharp today. He's headed to Champlain College this fall to play at the CJEP level. And the future's bright for that young man.
Yeah, I mean, you don't put up 36 points without pretty good quarterback play. And Team Stegall has certainly received that from Ronan Vergata, and particularly from Justin Royer, 11 of 12 on the day.
Should we mention that this is the biggest winning margin in CFC Prospect Game history?
Well, she told me if I didn't win the game, she wasn't going to let me come home, so I had to win the game.
27 points. This is the biggest margin ever.
Well, I think if we talk up that margin, I think that steak that Milt's going to order but not eat is just getting bigger and bigger.
Royer scrambling for another first down. Gain of 11 yards. 15 seconds to go. Time for a couple more plays here.
Yeah, Team Sanchez. Little doubt that they're going to go down, but they're going to go down swinging. A shot at the end zone here, Ches. We'll see.
I also want to give a shout out to our crack researcher, Quincy Ford.
All right.
Related to one Dwayne Ford.
Yes, we've put him to work a little bit this week.
Heading back
Keep him in front of you guys.
Heading back to Western for fall camp. Student up.
You guys.
Thanks, Coach. Out, go get it, go get it. Good play, baby, good play.
Any of you guys hit me, want to chat about anything? If I could be a sounding board and help out in any way, and I mean that. Hit me on any of them. I'm on all of them.
Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
They're going to get one of us.
Somebody's going to get taken out.
Keep it going and share. Appreciate
Penalty provides another first down for Team Sanchez. One more chance to score here. I believe that was Jarrell Sahay, who's made some great plays on the afternoon. They got the call there. Royer steps up, looks like he's going to take off, puts it deep instead. Do we have one more catch? No, this time an interception. And that'll be the final play of the day. And that is Jackson Daniels with the interception for Team Stegall's defense.
That's the way we end it, baby.
A convincing victory for Team Stegall. 36-9, the final.
Thank you.
Stakes are on Sanchez.
Magnificent.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
That's what that feels like, Coach.
Hey, that didn't feel cold to Milt. He spent his whole career in Winnipeg.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations to all the kids who put their talents on display here in Ottawa. It is the 4th CFC Prospects game. Plenty of talent, plenty of fun, plenty of excitement from here in Ottawa. We will be back next year to do it again. In the meantime, the CFL season begins on Thursday. Tune in to the CFL on TSN. We'll be there with you.